Hello everyone, this is just a dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the Shark Detect Pro robot vacuum cleaner and the iRobot Roomba i5 Plus self-emptying station with a mop attachment. So first off, the Shark does not do mopping, but the i5 does do mopping. Now both robots are going to clean your house, come back to the base station, and then this base station is going to suck everything out of the robot. Now the Shark is bagless and it does have odor neutralizing technology. So when that vacuum kicks on, you'll smell this little bit of odor. This is like an odor neutralizing. It smells really good. It just puts a little nice fresh scent in the air while it's vacuuming, while it's emptying out the unit. But there are filters you do have to clean once in a while. So up here, there's some filters. And when you need to empty this, this is bagless. So you just take this whole unit over to the trash can, you press that orange button, the bottom comes out and everything comes out. Then you put it back. It does have a HEPA filter down here. Okay, so over here on the i5, this uses more or less the bump technology. It will create a map of your house, but it's going to remove everything into a dust bag. So once in a while, you got to remove that bag, throw it away, and put a new bag in. It's very simple, but it's going to come back to the base unit, and it's going to empty everything out through this little chamber here. It'll get sucked back into there. Now the Shark does have LiDAR that's going to map your house really, really well. It does a good job. It's got like a little smart sensor on the front. It does have the bumper. Now the i5 doesn't have anything for mapping your house. It does create a map of your house, and it's just okay. It's not the most accurate map. Now around the bottom, here's the brush rollers. We've got the drive wheels. Here's the bottom of the Shark Detect Pro. We got the drive wheels, the roller, and we got a side brush here. And there's the charging on the front there. On the Detect Pro, this is the waste bin that it's going to vacuum everything into. When it backs up to it, everything's going to get sucked out through that little trap door right there. Now once in a while you do have to clean these filters out. There's a filter here and a filter here you got to clean. Over here on the iRobot i5, it's got a dust bin also that sometimes you do have to take out and clean, but this will auto empty everything in there. There's a filter on the side. Now when I want to do the mopping, I got to install this other attachment. And if you'll notice, the auto emptying is in this one. So when I install this one, there's a mop pad there. And the auto empty features you don't have. So you got to take this container, when it's done vacuuming, you got to take this over to the trash can and then empty that out yourself. It doesn't auto empty. There's where you're going to put the liquid in solution right there. And then it's going to put the liquid on top of this mop pad. This mop pad's held on with Velcro. It's very easy to take on and off. You will have to clean that once in a while. And you just simply put this on like you would this other dust chamber. But when you put it on, it's going to do mopping now. It also vacuums, but if you want to do mopping, you're going to want to put this base station wherever, because it'll have to travel to linoleum or hardwood floors. So you want to put this where there's like hardwood floors or linoleum. I typically find that the i5 does a better job at vacuuming. The mopping is just okay, but it kind of lacks a few features. The Detect Pro is self-emptying because I redocked it. Yeah, there's just a few features lacking in the app for the i5, like no-go zones. You can make different rooms, but being able to tell it where to mop and not mop is really important. The Shark has a really good app where you can put no-go zones. Okay, so here is the Shark Detect Pro app again. It maps your house. You got to do a mapping run. You can put no-go zones. I think it does a really good job. You can do matrix clean, spot clean. You can create a schedule, give it a no. Now the i5, it also does a map. It's just really, really basic. You can't add a whole lot of functions to it. I can divide the room and give it different rooms, and it does tell you where the base station is. But as far as it doesn't tell you where carpet is for the mopping, and it doesn't give you like no-go zones, which are really important. Okay, so I both started them on this room cleaning. Now the Detect Pro is going to go around the edges of the room first before it starts going back and forth. Now the Roomba is, when that blue light is going in a circle, it's detecting it saw some dirt. Okay, so now the Shark Detect Pro's starting to clean. Okay, so the Shark Detect Pro's going back and forth now, cleaning up. So the Shark is very methodical in its cleaning, going back and forth. You can hear, now see, it sensed some dirt, so now it's going to go around this area. See how the lights changed? That's called the detect. So if it detects dirt, then it tries to do a little bit more deeper cleaning in that area instead of just going back and forth over it. And it did kind of ramp the suction up a little bit too. So yeah, it looks like it's really going to try to clean that area. Yeah, it's really trying to clean that area. Okay, the auto detect is done. The light is green now. Now it's going to go back to its normal cleaning. Okay, so it did the same thing. It detected some dirt here, and now it's going to go back and forth over it. That's a pretty nice feature. Okay, so I put some more stuff on the floor. Got some dog hair, some debris and material. We're going to see how the i5 does. Okay, so the Shark is going back to the base. It has finished its cleaning job. It's finding the base unit. It's going to go back and empty everything out. Let's just I paused it. Let's take a quick peek, see how well it did. Wow. It actually did a really good job. That's pretty impressive. Okay, let's take a look at the Roomba. Okay, let's open up its dustbin. Yeah, it's doing a really good job too. Wow. Now let's send them home and we'll do the auto empty. Okay, so the Shark is getting ready to do its auto empty. And here comes the iRobot. Okay, you can hear it emptying everything out of there. From there to there. And I do smell that odor neutralizing. Okay, now it's the iRobot's time. It's definitely louder. All right, they're both done. Okay, right now the Shark Detect Pro retails for $500. The iRobot i5 plus mop, $350. Now, personally, I don't like the i5. I got to have something that maps my house better and gives me options for no-go zones. Now, I'm kind of changing my opinion. Originally, I did give the Shark Detect Pro kind of a thumbs down, but I'm starting to understand it more. Again, at first I thought the sensor, it was going to detect like if it had dog poop or something, but it's not really designed for that. Definitely the i5 doesn't do it. It has to actually bump into it and use its bumper. It doesn't have that much. It doesn't have any sensor on it. At least the Shark has really good navigation as far as mapping your house and everything. Now, anytime you've got the i5, you really do have to have these virtual wall sensors. This puts out a laser beam so that little sensor on top, it won't go past it. So you'll just set this on the wall. It'll create a virtual wall because there's really no way to stop this from going in different rooms other than putting a physical barrier. I got a full video on the i5 setup. It was very complicated. Again, the mopping, I don't find, I mean, if you only had this on linoleum and you only use the mop attachment, it might be okay, but then that defeats the purpose of the self-emptying base. There's just better ones out there, in my opinion, that do the mopping, but you are going to pay a lot more. Again, I'm really starting to like this Shark Detect Pro. I'm going to start, I kind of put it up for a while, didn't do much with it, and then I brought it out and I'm starting to use it again. That's actually the first time I saw the detect work. I put stuff on this floor, like some really fine crumbs and stuff, and so it actually detected the really fine particles. It didn't really detect the hair. It went over this. I put that down there again, so it did not pick it up or something. But anyway, So if it senses really fine particles, then it goes into that Detect Pro, which that's kind of a neat feature. Then it kind of goes back and forth over it. Don't be confused. The i5 looks really close to the J5. That's the J7, which I absolutely love. It's kind of an older one, but it just works. But it doesn't do any mopping. But it creates a really good map, takes pictures. I've got several videos with the Roborox. That's the Q5 and Q7. Got the brand new Kenmore here. There's the J5. It's actually a really good vacuum cleaner. It does mopping, not so much with mopping, but that's the J7 combo that has the mop pad that comes down. Here's the Tenecos. I got the Eureka I've been comparing them to. Here's the Roborock. So for my mopping, I want the ones that have spinning mop pads like the Q-Revo, the Dream L10. I got the L20 upstairs. These are what I consider mopping robot vacuum cleaners. The other ones, not so much. There's kind of a lot of work you got to do in order to get it to mop, and they just don't mop a huge area. So again, I will put links to both of these underneath the show description notes. You know, is the Shark worth a little bit more money? I think it is because of the mapping that it does to your house and the usability of the app. You're gonna thank yourself because the i5 was just kind of a pain to set up. So if you want to see more robot vacuum cleaner and other household appliances, hit the subscribe button. I do all kinds of reviews. I do all the maintenance on these. I do the unboxing, setup, how to connect it to Wi-Fi, how to start using it for the very first time. Then we'll use it for a month or two. I do a review, a real world review. Then I compare it. Then I do the maintenance. Like there's a lot of maintenance with these robot vacuum cleaners. I show you how to change the filters, clean them. Some you can wash, some you can't. So I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could, please like and subscribe. And also check me out over on Instagram. I got an Instagram page, Just a Dad videos on Instagram. I do free giveaways on Instagram and on my Facebook group page. So if you could go over and hit a follow, I really appreciate it. Again, thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks again.